believers of Christ. Hope you're doing well. So today I'll be taking you guys through Genesis chapter 6 verse 19, and it says, "You are to bring into the ark two of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you." That's the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So this verse has 7 main teachings or lessons we can take away from it. The first one, God provides clear instructions for preservation. Noah was given a specific plan for saving animal life. God's guidance is practical and ensures survival when followed faithfully. The animals went in 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Yeah, that's a song. The second teaching, obedience includes care for creation. Noah's tasks involved protecting every living creature, showing responsibility towards God's creation. The third teaching, yes, but in the second teaching, the story of stewardship, as we saw in Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, episode 26. Go check out that episode. It was such an amazing episode. It talks about human beings are the stewards of the earth and of all living creatures. The third teaching, diversity in God's design is valuable. Two of every kind to preserve genetic diversity and ensure continuation of life. God values variety and completeness in creation. Yes, all the animals you see were put into the ark, two of every kind to preserve genetic diversity and ensure continuation of their existence. The fourth teaching, faith requires trust in God's provision. Noah had to trust God to provide the animals and the ability to manage them. Yes, Noah put all his faith into God with this task of bringing 2 of each kind of every creature on the ark. Obedience often involves relying on God for resources beyond human ability. The fifth teaching, preparation and planning are essential. Noah had to gather and organize animals, emphasizing strategic thinking in God's work. The sixth teaching, God's instructions combine faith and action. Salvation of creation depended on divine instruction and human effort. God's plan often requires us to participate actively. The seventh and final teaching, God values life and preservation. Every creature mattered to God, reflecting his call for all living beings. We as Christians should follow God's instructions carefully, especially in responsibilities he entrusts us. We as Christians should care for God's creation as part of obedience and stewardship. We as Christians should trust God to provide what we need to complete his assignments. We as Christians should value diversity and life in our environment and relationships. We as Christians should plan and prepare thoroughly for God's work in our lives. We as Christians should combine faith and action. God provides, but we must act. We as Christians should respect life, showing God's care through our actions. So that's all that for today, guys. Thank you very much, and as usual, God bless.